All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? How we doing today? There we go. It is Wednesday, January 14th. Just had PPI. That was pretty much a nothing burger. NQ gapping lower this morning. So finally out of that kind of 3 session range. I mean, if you look at this 5 minute RTH chart, what I was saying yesterday in the Traders Think Tank, 4 of the last 5 sessions have just been spent between 820 and 26K. It's nice to see levels respected like that, but due for something fresh, due for a little new market location, a little volatility if we can. So this morning we got a gap lower, price tested 25,700 during the overnight session. That's in pretty close proximity to last week's volume point of control, as well as the 665, 670 level of interest area. Pretty much what I want to see for this morning is whether or not sellers can show any continuation of this overnight move. Is the weakness going to continue? Maybe a true test down into 670 area. Can they show that? Are they going to show up? 670, maybe 570? Or are we just going to see buyers absorb this thing up and through prior day low, up and through 25,820? Backdrop right now remains neutral. So just a near term range within a much larger range. It's just range trading for months and months. Range. Let's see what this morning gives us. We got the game plan posted in the pre-market prep notes. Couple of ideas I'm looking for. I'll definitely be watching that reaction down into this area right here, overnight low, or up above this area, kind of the nearest higher time frame levels that I'd be interested in. Mario loves range trading. Yeah, I like range trading too. It makes it a little easier. We'll see this open. There's your open. 740 is the open. Anyone see that overnight move in silver? That thing is unbelievable. My goodness. Okay, NASDAQ. Okay, overnight low, 701. There's overnight low gone. 25,701 gone. Coming into 670, 665 area. Good volume this morning, so far anyway. What day was this? Monday? This Monday's low down at, what is that? 633. Okay. So the low for this week so far is 633. Toss a quick level right there. So there's a reference point. Back into 700. That's a nice bounce there. No position. Good spot for it though. Nice bounce, nice bounce. Session highs. Friday low right overhead. Wow, what a bounce. My goodness. Pretty much right from our level. 665. Always good to see. So coming in prior day low, see how this PDL prior day low is going to be treated. Gabe got a piece of that bounce. Good work. I like the area. I thought we'd see a little bit more of a structural development down there. Little little more than just a insta bounce. Damn. Round trip, we're right back in there, right back in a 700. Let's see. Purple Jerry, what's up, man? Been a while. So Nasdaq just sitting on overnight low. Volume's good this morning. I like to see this volume. Anything above average, I like to see. PJ took advantage of the holiday slowdown. Nice. Yeah, I took 2 weeks off as well. It was great. Let's see what that S&P is doing. Little ES. So ES pretty much put in the same move. Looks like they're mirrored this morning. Ryan, there's a whole write up on my chart setup in the Traders Think Tank resources tab. So NQ getting back into the 665, 670 area, session low. Volume kind of tapering a bit. Tapering a little bit there. We got espresso and water, PJ. Double fisting. There you go. Cracking the lows, fresh lows. What was our downside level? 570? Yeah, 570. Major level. I just have this line right here just marking the weekly low, this week's low on Monday morning. ES fresh lows as well. And the opening 15-minute bar is getting ready to close, quite bearish. Look at that hourly. NASDAQ getting ready to make fresh lows on the week here. Overnight low from Monday is 632, 633. Rich, updated all your risk management in Tradecopia to protect yourself from yourself. How's that work? It locks the account or what? So now it's just made a fresh low on the week. Locks like trade of eight. That's solid though. Good first line of defense. Yeah, it's not the strongest if you can change it, but it's a good first level. If you're not mentally, emotionally compromised, then you'll respect it. But if you're on tilt, yeah, you're just gonna go in there and and edit all those things. Open it up, queue up the full port. Gabe, first trade completely logged in detail. Let's go, man. That's what I like to see. Get those trades in, get them logged right away, nice and fresh. Heck yeah. So NASDAQ so far has swept Monday's low, and we have a little bit of a bounce here. I want to see how is the 670, 665 area going to be treated. Whoa, get rid of that. Little intraday structure right there here with the level of interest, and so far rejected. 10 minutes till 10 a.m. Do we have a 10 a.m. print? I don't think so. Yeah, no 10 a.m. print this morning. Yeah, the home sales. I don't even put that in my notes. Nothing burger. Another rejection there from the level from 665 intraday structure point. Staying patient here till 10 a.m. Unless we can see some intraday change of character prior to then. So a little consolidation now. There's your new low of day. Starting to get into 25,600. Potentially a little spring setup there. I need a level before I can engage with something like that. Gabe, my fund and futures has daily payout accounts now. I gotta look at their offerings again. Every time I check, it just doesn't look that good to me. The accounts they offer, like I think on their pro account, you can't scale micros or you can't use micros or something. Like, what's that about? Come on, what are we doing? Yeah, just keep it simple. Exactly. Exactly. Nasdaq back into the lows. Let's see the 570 trade right near 10 a.m. See if we could get the reversal idea down there. Intraday structure remains a downtrend. TBT is better for discretionary trading, Jacob. PJ has an engine to finish putting together. What kind of engine? What do you got going? Building an LS3 in your garage or what? What are we talking about? 1995 BMW M52 3-liter stroker. Wow, that sounds cool. He's doing his yearly BMW engine replacement. Oh man. uh, don't let Mish hear you slandering BMW. He's gonna pop in here. So Nasdaq still just in this holding pattern here. Did technically make a fresh low, but did not show continuation. We got 2 minutes till 10 a.m. There it is, fresh low. You got me wanting to go E85 on the Jay-Z. Do it, man. It's worth it. It's worth, especially you're in California, right? You only have 91. It's worth it. Benny said Mopar or no car. All right, NASDAQ coming into 570. I'd like to see if there's going to be like a little 10 a.m. reversal, maybe around 25,570. Fresh lows. Look at that. Off the screen. There we go. Good volume coming in. So acceptance below 570. Really looking at the monthly open 480 area, and then main level I'd be looking at below is down into 400, quite a bit lower. Is this going to be a sell it all day sort of day? PJ is 478, the monthly open. Yeah, January 1, 6 p.m. Right there, 478. Yes, sir. The opening 30-minute bar quite bearish. NQ is technically into a gap right here. Regular trading hours gap. I'm watching 570, like I said. So far as a little test and reject at 570. PJ looking for 480. Yeah, it'll be a good spot to watch. There's another little micro test at 570. 570 is prior week value area low as well. Okay, solid. Add some confluence to the level. Looks like you in there. Yeah, I got a long on. Real test will be this 600, 615 area, value area low for the current sesh. Let's take a look at some retracements. Okay, there's your first kind of shallow fib to the tick right there. Gabe calling it a day here. Future me will be mad if I take more trades and lose my profits. Good plan. I like that mental reframe, kind of thinking about future you. That is something that's always worked really well for me. I always like that. I like to see a lift above 600. Your past trades are unrelated to current or future ones. That's true. That is true. Volume point of control, shifting lower here would be nice for the longs. Yeah, I would have to agree with you there. Looks like it still has a while. Just looking at that RTH profile right now. Price kind of struggling with that shallow fib right here with the psychological level at 600 right in that area. The 15-minute may close as a hammer, though. We'll see. Has 3 minutes left on it. There we go. It's a little bit of a push. Volume point of control tested. That's definitely a better look. Pratik, you're out already? Gonna leave me here on my own, man? What? Still riding this. Oh, by mistake. All right, fair enough. There's D-wall. Time to close those longs. Yeah, sneaky D-wall. Mish said I got to change up the trade execution line colors because the light blue was too hidden. So I made it as bright as possible. Oh, there he is. There he is. Yep. Mario in there, nice. So if we can see price break 670 here, I'll lift it. Lift the trail up to 620. Good volume on that push, I must say. Decision fatigue. Insane patience on that entry. The big kicker for me on this one, on the trade idea, number one, the level of interest, of course, always need good trade location. But number two is 10 a.m. reversal time, right? And then the fact that the 10 a.m. candle, look at all the volume behind the 10 a.m. candle, and price could not break the low of that candle. So that is pretty significant to me. We have massive R vol on that 10 a.m. candle, and then price just kind of reclaims 570 area. Yeah, right now we'll go ahead and lift up that trail. Not a bad idea to trim some here, but I'm just in one runner at this point, so I'm just gonna work with the trail. Hopefully, I don't regret that decision, but it is what it is. Price retesting overnight low. Mario potential is there if we can take the 700. Let's see. Yes, sir. With you on that. Okay, if price can take 695, 700 here, I got a pretty good little foothold to lift the trail up into 655 area. We'll see. Not quite. Mario trailed it. Nice work. Nice trade, Mario. Dom, not interested in a new position here. Yeah, agreed. Not yet, anyway. D-Wall may pounce with the short, so you got to watch for that. Tricky part about the short idea is if we're considering this a near-term range, prices just kind of tested the lower portion of the near-term range and bounced. So case could be made that support is holding. All right, Mario. Thanks for jumping in, man. Have a good day, sir. Don't want a short or bullish bounce. Yeah, Dom, exactly. Spot on. So see how I get that fresh structure to build, and then I have a spot to lift the trail. We'll go just beneath 650 here. Kind of builds you a little micro higher low. Des scored a 24 on golf. Dave, what's your golf site? I think it's what is it? Kind of hardgolf.com. I'll check out the daily hole here in a sec. Trailed out, baby, back to cash. Not bad. 565 up into 660. Wow, that was seriously almost 100 points right there. Did not feel like 100 points. 100 yoints. So the idea there, just to recap, we're looking at a reversal at 25,570 with 10 a.m. reversal time. Did not go immediately, right? But that's one of the realities of trading. So you can see what I did there. I took the entry, I scaled out a sum as price kind of came back near my entry point and then showed me that I was holding. I just added back what I had previously sold. The whole time the stop remains beneath the structure low. So just beneath the lows, put your stop right there. See if you get the bounce. Now, looking at the intraday chart, price is kind of in a tricky spot right here. So it is broken. I don't want to say broken. It's swept above the most recent lower high right in this area. This is one of those situations where we're bumping into a level of interest. We're bumping into the fib sell zone. We're bumping into a reference point with the overnight low. So I would really want to see price kind of leave this area before considering another entry. Kind of like what Dom was talking about a minute ago. So can we get out of this spot here? And then I like to put just kind of colored rectangles on my chart, as silly as it is, because it's a visual reminder for me. No trade zone, right? No trade zone. So now we wait. PJ, I'm using both. So the yellow up here is extended hours. The purple is regular. I like to keep an eye on both just for some extra reference points. Dave, you got a 15? All right, let's see. Let's see the daily. See the daily whole. Well, NQ is in my no trade zone. All right. There we go. Godspeed. I really got lucky the past 2 days with some pretty good scores. All right, we take those. We take the base hits, baby. Base hits build accounts. Let's go. Let's go. Where is this one? Where are we at? Can I zoom? I can't move this or anything. No. What is this? Magnifier. Wow, this one you really got to send it, I guess. Okay, maybe we'll go for. Oh, what the? All right, you got a maximum send on this one. No. All right, we take that. This looks tricky. Yep. I don't like the zoom out. There we go. Okay. All right. All right. We're chipping away. We're chipping away. We're getting closer to that profit target. Call that a scratch. Boom. Oh, that's a big setback. All right. Took a stop right there. That was not the move. Okay. So my chart trading view, yeah, trading view on the chart. D-Wall is getting paid right now. Nice short D-Wall. Still there? How'd you guys get this last one? 13. Let's go. Let's go. I'm on a hot streak right now. Let's go. All right, GG's. 27. Oh man. Golf with friends lobby in the think tank? No. There should be though. That'd be great. That'd be a great value add. So NASDAQ pulling in a little bit here. Shout out to D-Wall for the conviction in that idea. There's a good confluence there, after, especially after such a big bounce. Getting back in a 570. We'll see how 570 is going to be treated. All right, PJ, take care, man. It's good to see you. So I'll watch the reaction again versus 570. Two-hour just shows a big. Oh, that candle is still so fresh. Let me see the 60. Yeah, it's a big doji. Still has 30 minutes left, though. Take a look at the 30. 30 closed pretty much as a doji, so some indecision. All right, Jacob, take care, man. Thanks for jumping in. D-Wall, you covered? All right. All right. Yeah, kind of watching this area. Let's see. So it's value area low for the regular sesh. Extended hours too, actually. Volume's been good today. It's always encouraging. It's one of my main filters. Volume, volume, volume. See how this 5 minute closes. A little more than 1 hour into the sesh. How's everyone's morning so far? How we doing? One green, flag green in 2 out of 3 of your accounts. Green, 1-2 scratch, 1-1 done. Solid. Sounds solid. Dean, 1-1 green. Solid. D-Wall at the 5 figure day. Let's go. Great job, D-Wall. So that 5 minute did not close as a hammer. Price just kind of consolidating here. A few more minutes here, and you may actually see volume point of control shift down into this area. We'll see. D-Wall cleans house? Absolutely. Absolutely. I still like this 670 area for a bounce if it can hold. Volume kind of tapering down a little bit. See that ES structure really quick. Yeah, fairly similar. ES just sitting on the 6940 level of interest. Let's see RTY. Russell actually pretty similar. surprisingly. Let me see YM. Oh, YM session lows. Okay. Do you all focus on 670? Yeah, I like that level. It's a good level of interest. Month to date point of control. Let's see. Yep. Showing the same. Yep, yep. All right, noted, sir. The NQ trying to curl up here. 5 minute looking a little better. Need some follow through. Need to break that 5 minute high. It's a little better. See how much more of a push we can get out of this thing. And the last con will just trail it. Oh, to the tick. To the tick. Come on. Again? They hate to see me win. Trailed out. There it is. Meh. Whatever. That might be the day. That might be the day. Let's see. What else would I want to do here? Just kind of looking at it. Intraday, definitely bearish. Got your high right there. You had a lower high right there, which gets is just there's not a change of character, right? It's just kind of a look above. The low. So need to see how price these are kind of the key areas here. If price cannot break out of this, say 700 to 530 range, could just see like this for the rest of the day. If we get a fresh low, I'd really a fresh low that sustains, like not a spring setup, but a fresh low that actually sustains. I'd be looking at monthly open down into 480, and then really 400. Let me see kind of a higher time frame chart. I mean, this is still a sideways range, so it's still a neutral range. NASDAQ coming back in a low, so this could get more interesting here. Got some volume coming in. The volume. QQQ chart looks ugly. And I haven't looked at the Qs in so long. So really a need for all that? You like that QQQ chart for Confluence or what? It's a fresh low, NASDAQ. New low of day. So this is the question: do we see acceptance, fresh lows? See kind of price hold beneath that in that area right there. Is the Supreme Court making an announcement today? I'm not sure. That I do not know. So price holding into the lows does not get immediately absorbed. So really we're gonna be, like I said, we're gonna be looking at 480, 500 by 480 area. It's your monthly open. And then you got 400. I think that's a wrap for me. We'll call it there. It was a nice morning. Solid morning. Game plan worked out pretty nicely. Made the most of it in a bearish session so far anyway. Critique has done for today. Yeah, I'm with you. We'll call it there. Keep it going in the traders think tank as always, but gonna hop off the stream here. Hope you guys had a good morning. And we will see you in the chat. Watch this 480. Watch that 400 level if NQ continues to puke. Have a great rest of your day, folks. Thanks for your time.